What's up, everyone? Ronnie Cruz here with another episode of Dream Builders Club. In today's episode, we're going to discuss a topic that I'm sure all of us have experienced or will experience at some point in our network marketing career, and that is when a prospect asks the question, is this a pyramid scheme? All right, so let's just dive into it here. The question of pyramid scheme, it doesn't really come up that often anymore, to be honest. I think we live in an age that direct selling and network marketing is becoming more and more accepted and known in the general public, right? I think more people have turned over the last 10, 15 years. More people have turned to our profession as a secondary source of income, right? Because we realized, more as the years have gone on, especially since the crash of '08, people have realized that they can't rely on a single source of income for security, because it just doesn't exist anymore. So I think more and more people are turning to outside sources of income, like direct selling and network marketing, and therefore we don't really I don't get this question nearly as much as I used to when I first got started in this profession back in like 2000, right? However, it still does come up, so I wanted to go over this topic with you so that you guys can better handle it, right? Of course, when you have a prospect that asks you if what you're doing is a pyramid scheme, then the first thing that you're going to want to do is ask them what they mean, right? Because chances are it's just that they didn't know what else to call it, right? They didn't know, they just kind of grouping it in with the pyramid kind of business or a pyramid scheme, because that's just their understanding of it. So you have to kind of dig a little bit and ask questions. What do they mean? What do they mean? To get to the bottom of where they're coming from, right? And obviously that's kind of our job, right? To see things and to try to understand things as best we can, to try to understand their point of view as best we can. So do that, and you'll find that they don't mean necessarily what you think they mean when they say pyramid scheme, right? So that's definitely the first step. Now, I like to when I get asked that question, I like to actually give them an explanation with what's the difference between a pyramid scheme or a Ponzi scheme and what we do in network marketing. Because for me, like, if that question is still coming up, then there is still a misconception out there floating around about what we do. So I like to kind of give that education and that clarification, so that if whether or not that prospect, that particular individual, signs up with me or not, if somebody else approaches them with a business, another business opportunity or other products, then they won't have that same misconception, right? So I like giving people clarification and clarity, education, and so again, I wanted to do this video so that we can all do the same. I mean, if you know how to handle this question, then we can all go out and help educate the public at large and clear up any misconceptions they might have about what we do, right? Especially for those of you who are newer to the profession, you guys may not necessarily know the difference between the two, or definitely when I was new, I didn't know how to even answer the question, right? So this will hopefully help you guys as well when this question gets thrown at you. So what I like to explain to them with the differences between network marketing and a pyramid scheme. A pyramid scheme or a Ponzi scheme, that just comes from recruiting, right? Bringing people in and paying the people at the top with the money that's coming in from the bottom, right? Like that's straight up a pyramid scheme. There's no products, there's no services being sold. It's all based on recruitment, right? Whereas direct selling, network marketing, obviously we don't get paid unless products and services are getting moved, right? Like unless the end user, the customers, are buying our products or buying our services, we don't get paid, right? We're not paid to recruit people or sponsor people into our organization. Yes, we get overrides as we build our teams and as our networks grow, but again, our commissions are based on volume that moves through the organization, right? It's not based on recruiting people. So that's the main difference. If you guys are ever see a business opportunity that you have no idea what the products are or the services is, then chances are that you might want to stay away from that, right? Because again, legitimate direct selling businesses, legitimate network marketing businesses you will always get paid on volume, and volume is based on product sales, right, or services rendered, right? So that's the main distinguisher. Now I want to add on, because of kind of the climate of where we are right now with direct selling. Be careful also the culture that you create in your teams, right? You don't want because regulators are really keeping an eye on us right now. And companies in recent history, as of this recording, have gotten into trouble by having a culture and fostering a mentality of recruit business builders. And the regulators kind of frown at that, because if the end user is just a business builder, then to them, even though to us, we are always our best customers, to the regulators, they don't see that as legitimate business necessarily, because the end user is just the business builder, right? So be careful of what kind of culture you're creating in your business, in your organization. If you guys come across other teams that are just focused on recruiting and focused on the comp plan and making money, that can be very, very, very dangerous. There's even some comp plans that I've seen in some companies that actually, encourage that kind of behavior. A lot of upfront recruiting to drive income and to drive commissions. So that can be very, very sticky, guys. Be careful. We want business builders, but we also want a high ratio of customers, right? A high ratio of customers to business builders, because having a huge customer base, first of all, is stability. Means stability for your business, bottom line. But second of all, it looks much better to regulators. And it looks more legit to the regulatory agencies as real business, because business is all about acquiring and keeping customers. So if we can do that, if we focus on those, and obviously don't stop bringing in business builders, because again, the bigger your network, the more volume is going to be moving through your organization, and your commissions are going to be higher. But encourage your teams to have a good customer base. That's really, in the eyes of the general public and in the eyes of the regulators, that's what's gonna look very, very appealing, and it's gonna look like legitimate business, right? And not a pyramid scheme. So yeah, I just wanted to put that out there. Hopefully that makes sense, guys. If you guys have any questions about this stuff, feel free to leave a question in the comments or message us. Send us a private message here. I definitely want to clear it up, because it can be confusing, again, especially to those of you who might be newer to this profession. But yeah, if you disagree with me, then also leave that in the comments as well. I want to get a discussion going. Again, our purpose here at Dream Builders Club is to help you guys build your business so that you can achieve your dreams. But it's also, we also want to help everyone in this profession as a whole move forward, because the more clear things are, the more we move forward, the more we elevate the profession, the more people we can help, right? So that's the bottom line. So that's it for today. Tune in next time. If you liked what you saw, click like, subscribe. If if this provided value for you, pass it on to somebody who you might think it could help, right? Yeah. Besides that, I'll catch you guys next time. Until then, everybody take care. Peace. Take care. I love you. That's a lot of take cares.